Very interesting. So, any other riders that we need to be aware about? Because in my reading, I came across terms like partial and residual disability. And when I went through them myself, I found them a little bit confusing. Is this something that's worth knowing about?
Definitely, because I think for me, again, seeing firsthand, working with physicians quite often, these are two of the most important definitions that you have on a disability contract.
Mhm.
And it depends on what insurance company you have purchased your policy with. So, for example, certain companies, like an RBC contract, they have them embedded in their contract. So it's not a
Mhm.
rider, it's not an additional feature. You get both partial and residual. There are
Okay.
other companies where you have to choose partial or residual, or you're paying even extra to try and get both. And so you always want to go the route of a plan that has partial and residual included. And one of the main reasons is because of the way that those definitions work. My opinion of disability is you want to be able to claim the easiest way without any questions, without anybody kind of coming at you and saying, oh, well, this doesn't count or this doesn't count. You want flexibility. You want to know
Mhm.
that if I am hurt and I cannot work, I'm going to get paid. These two riders or these two embedded features, depending on your contract, are the
Mhm.
key to getting that flexibility. So I can explain to them and they'll be very simple, and I promise you'll
Yeah,
actually
please.
understand them a bit more.
Yeah.
So how I kind of consider them and explain them to people is when you have a partial disability, think about it as a loss of time. So you are working part time. So let's use a stress related condition where something's going on and you need to take a step back where you can't be in the office. And I know this is not a traditional physician schedule, but just bear with me for the explanation. You're working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And because of this stress now, you're only able to go into the office 2 days a week. What
Mhm.
the insurance company is going to do is pay you 50% of your benefit to support you during the time that you're not able to be back in the office full time. So you might be generating more than 50% in those 2 days. It doesn't matter, but you're off work for 50% of your day to day activity, and therefore they're going to pay you 50% of that time.
Okay.
Residual disability is a loss of income. So again, same example, it's stress related. To the average person, like you were back to work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, you were there every day. But instead of being able to see 10 patients a day, you're only able to see 2 patients a day because you
Mhm.
need to take the time off in between to rest, recover. And that is a massive impact to your income. And so from that perspective, the insurance company is going to do a replacement percentage. So if you're, making 40%, they're going to top you up to that 80% income protection. And so
Mhm.
you're not going to be losing income, even though technically you're back at work full time. They're able to say, okay, you're not generating as much income as you were before. We're going to support you in that. And what the careful part is you have to be careful because even when you compare like association style plans, they will have partial and residual, but they will word it to say you have to have a loss of time
Mhm.
and income, which
Okay.
means now you're going to limit how you're able to claim. In a
Mhm.
very robust contract, you're looking at a loss of time or income. So all we need to demonstrate as your advisor, it's my
Mhm.
job to say, okay, insurance company, this is what's going on. My client has been out of work, unable to see patients at the full capacity and is losing 40% of their income. We need to top them up. And that will give them access to say, yes, you fall under a residual claim. Maybe it's a part time. Yes, you fall under a residual claim. Maybe you're not
Okay.
working at all. That's where you fall under total. But
Okay.
without those two features, and you're only under a total claim, that means that if you're not working, that's the only time you're going to get paid. If you try any sort of return to work, part time work, they're not going to have any coverage for you.